it's not the first time that politicians are crying vendetta. But I want to understand one thing. When Punjab politicians and TMC politicians cry vendetta, then the AAP has no sympathy from them. In fact, the AAP during the campaign in 2022 Bengal elections, it urged TMC netas to submit themselves for questioning to the Enforcement Directorate. Why does the AAP not apply the same principles to itself, especially when it is such a imandar party?
Okay, Rahulji, I am unable to understand that you cannot see it, or you have put blinkers upon your eyes.
Right.
Like this particular PMLA. PMLA is a stringent law composed for money laundering in narcotics and terrorism, which is applied on 95% of cases were applied on opposition party people. Interestingly, recently...
Sir, under PMLA, the Enforcement Directorate has a conviction rate of 95%. So the test is always, you make a claim, you go to the court, you test your claim against the court, you subject yourself to court scrutiny, and if you come out a winner, then you are vindicated. 95% of cases filed under PMLA, ED have ended in conviction. So please bear that in mind.
Statement.
Yeah.
That recently we have seen that an opposition party leader was slapped with PMLA.
Sure.
He then stayed in jail for 2 years. And after when he came back, he joined Bharatiya Janata Party, and then ED went to the court and said that we didn't have any case against him. This is Chhagan Bhujbal, who recently joined Bharatiya Janata Party, Koteri. Now, there are many examples. You have spoken at your show number of times. There are number YS Chaudhary, there is Hemanta Biswa Sarma, there is number of examples. Prema Khandu, you can name him and I'll tell you. These all, what this says the statement that the government is saying, either opposition parties join us or we'll throw you on jail.
I agree with you. I am not Mr. Muni on that point. We will ask that point of the BJP spokesperson. My fundamental question is, if you are so sure of your innocence, look, I mean, ask yourself honestly, if the ED were to send a summons to you, sir, God forbid, or to me, would you be able to avoid it? In a case that was filed against me, for instance, viewers, let me tell you, a case about slandering a politician in Calcutta, very influential. The SIT was constituted. I had to appear for questioning. I couldn't say, okay, look, I'm not going to appear. I was questioned 3 in the morning. Now, you and I won't have that luxury of saying, no, I'm sorry, I'm campaigning here, मेरे को बहुत ज़रा काम पड़ा हुआ है. My company has asked me to finish my report in a deadline. Sorry, I can't show up. Now, look, if you have such a clean pair of hands, show up. Show up. Modi and Amit Shah showed up. Modi and Amit Shah showed up when they were called by the SIT in Gujarat. They showed up.
Manish Sisodiya and Satyendra Jain.
Right now, sir, the summons is issued against Mr. Kejriwal.
No, what do you want? All the opposition party go to jail. Is cooperating with the agencies will go to jail. Just stand on go for the...
Sir, if there has been...
Do we not
have courts in this country? If you feel that the summons is so... Excuse me, Mr. Muni, let me ask you a question. Has Mr. Kejriwal gone and moved court to say that the ED summons should be quashed because they are illegal? Pointed question to you.
He has replied to the ED summons.
No, I'm asking you. Has he gone to court saying that the court should quash, that the court should quash the ED summons because it is illegal?
No, he has replied to the ED summons. What do you want? For every word batting, he should go to the court. There has been a procedure.
Siddharth Yadav, the problem is that the AAP is beating you left, right and center perceptorially by suggesting that your action, the ED action, is always almost entirely against opposition leaders. And when it comes to opposition leaders who cross the floor, that ED goes absolutely cold. respond. And there are cases, sir. We have Ajit Pawar, for example, who is now a cabinet minister in Maharashtra. The Prime Minister himself accused him of having a role in a 70,000 crore scam. The ED was put on that scam, and now when he's sitting in the cabinet, why was he even taken in the first place by your party? You've got to answer these questions tonight. Show a clean pair tonight of hands yourself.
Rahul, I think you'll give me some uninterrupted time and I'll be able to answer all questions.
Well, that depends on whether your answer
for the point that you said that the Aam Aadmi Party
is straightforward and not whataboutery. So
please let me begin at least.
Yeah, please.
Please let me begin first.
Of course.
First of all, when you say that the Aam Aadmi Party is able to beat us in perception, I don't think that is the case, because if that was the case, they would not be the chota than nota in the state elections that happened. People are not even voting, not even 1% people are voting for them. So are they able to beat their perception that there's the Kattar Imandar party in this country, and are they really the alternate? I don't think that is the case, and that cannot be the case, because leave forever. There is no whataboutery, there is leave the perception game. But your jail minister was in jail for 8 months.
One second.
You did not even
this
remove
as a
him
massive,
from the post of jail
sir,
minister.
1 second. Siddharth Yadav ji, I disagree with you on that point. Corruption was the main plank on which the BJP contested the Delhi Assembly elections, and you've seen the results.
Should I respond?
Yeah, please.
Rahul, so when I say that in the perception game of what they are trying to build today, how much they are succeeding, it's not just about perception, it is about reality. 4 of their ministers, 4 of their main leaders are in jail. Arvind Kejriwal is on the verge. He is avoiding the investigation by a top agency, and while he was coming to power, while he was the one who was putting
Mr. Yadav,
in the dharna and
I
he was
understand
trying to
that
put
you
aside
made that
everybody
point,
and come
let
to
me
power,
ask you,
he was the one who said,
is the ED selective? Simple, straightforward question. Keeping in mind certain examples, yes or no?
Rahul, give me 30 seconds, I will point blank answer you this.
Yeah.
Now the point is, when it comes down to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, then everything has to be in question. The ED has to be in question, the PMLA has to be in question. But I'll give you some names. Those names are of AAP leaders who are not acquitted, who are not being investigated by ED, but they were convicted of the things that they did. Sandeep Kumar, CD Kand. Jitendra Tomar, fake degree. Vijay Singhal, he took commission. Asim Ahmed Khan, builder 6 lakh commission that he took. Somnath Bharti, wife Pratadna case. Wife alleged him because he was a domestic abuser. Prakash Jarwal, again a women abuser. Tahir Hussain, Delhi Dange. Is ED investigating these? No. But now when it comes down to Arvind Kejriwal, we have to question ED. Now I come to a point blank to your question that you asked me. Is ED selective? It is not selective. You might take out 4 examples from the country and say those people have joined us and they are also under the probe of ED. Has the probe of ED on any such person?
But
Stop.
look, I mean, if the
has
case
the ED
is not
gone
brought,
to the court and said no,
that's
that
the slim edge of
Ajit
the wedge. Now, 1 second. On that, you're on thin ice, because you see, viewers, the ED can go slow. It doesn't have to file a charge sheet. The case can just sort of meander away for years altogether. In the first debate, we actually talked about how for 30 years a person was declared an absconder. People said that we can't proceed on this particular matter. And then 30 years later, when the opportunity presents itself, the case is revived. So all of that has also happened, viewers, and it has also happened under the UPA.